Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I'm out at Granny Camp, which is my Alaska off-grid cabin. I was thinking about some handy prepping supplies that maybe you need to make sure that you have in your stockpile or your stash. All of these are very handy items, but they're not very expensive, and they would be something you could pick up a little at a time when you go out to the store. The first thing you should consider getting are extra candles. Tea lights are nice because you can get a great big pack of them. You could spread them around so you have more light in a power outage situation. You can place them in a jar so that you have a little candlelight lantern, and there are lots of easy ways to use the tea lights. If you want longer lasting small candles, look for votives. They have more wax in them. They have several hours, where the tea lights might last an hour or two. A votive might last for even 8 hours. You can find long burning votives that last quite a few number of hours. Look for the pillar candles. Sometimes they're religious candles. You find them, they're already made in a jar, and they can burn for up to 80 hours. If you want to stock up on the pillar candles, look for the long fireplace matches so that once your pillar candle starts to burn down, you can still light it. Make sure with your candles that you have lighters, the long utility lighters. Stock up on matches. See if you can find the Strike Anywhere matches. They're harder to find, but they're certainly more useful. With the Strike on the box, you have to have the strike plate on the box for them to work. Some people tell you store them in a canning jar and just add a piece of sandpaper, but that's not going to work. If you have a Strike on the box matches, there's a chemical on the strike plate on the box and a different chemical on the tip of the match, and you have to strike them together for them to light. So make sure if you have Strike on the box matches that you keep the box dry. Look for little cans of Fancy Heat or Sterno. It's like a tiny alcohol stove. You unscrew the top, light the wick, and you can place it under a pot and heat your food. It's not going to heat it as easily or as quickly as a camping stove, but it can certainly do the trick. You can also use several of your votive or tea candles to heat up food as well. 6 or 8 votive or tea candles can do a great job of heating food in a power outage or emergency situation. Glow sticks are great because you can tie them to the lines on your tent so that they show up and are illuminated in the dark. You can use them to mark trails on moonlit hikes. There's a lot of reasons to have glow sticks besides a little bit of light in an emergency. The solar yard lights, these are fantastic. I've got this one here. I just plucked it back out of the garden. It's been out in my snowy yard since clear last year. It sat out there through the snow, the wind, the 40 below, and it's covered in cobwebs, and it's still working. So when it does get dark again, these are going to continue to work. Know that these have limited use in very low sunlit conditions. If you're planning on using this in the dark of winter, they're not going to be that effective. If you live anywhere like I do, you may not have enough light for these to charge back up. If you're not familiar with these have a stake you pull out, put that in the ground, and then you put this on the stake when you want to decide where you want to place it in your garden. Then when you want to light it, twist off the top, and you can see there's a pull tab. A benefit to stockpiling these and putting them away with your emergency supplies is they come already fully charged with a pull tab. So when you needed it, you could take these out, pull the tab. Even if it's the nighttime, these are going to work. They're only going to work until they lose their charge. You need to set them out in the sun with the lid facing the light so that they're going to be recharged and ready to use again. 2 battery lights. They're the size of like an emergency candle, but they're battery operated. They come 2 in a packet, but the batteries are not included. They take AAA batteries, so grab a pack of AAA batteries and you'll have lights in an emergency shaped like a candle. These are supposed to last 100 total hours. That means 50 hours each. I also found what looks like a pillar candle, And this is very lightweight. It has an LED bulb. You can see on the bottom there's a little spot for a battery, and the battery is already included with the pull tab to activate it. I've seen these before, the two little votive battery operated candles, and I've had a lot of success with these, so I chose to get some more. Votive candles are supposed to last 240 hours. The pillar candle, 120 hours. And the LED emergency candles for 100 hours, but that's 100 hours for both of them, so it'd be 50 hours each. How long is that really going to last? Well, there's an easy way to figure it out. You're probably not going to leave these on 24 hours a day. Nobody needs lights on all the time. But in a nighttime situation, if you used one of these at a time for 8 hours a night, they're going to last you about 12 days. The 120-hour light, just this one, could last you for 15 days. And these aren't going to be very bright, but if you used each one, just one, then you would have light for 30 days. This isn't going to be a reading light, a task light, but it's going to be a little bit of light, a little bit of comfort in a power outage or a camping situation. There's a lot of reasons we wouldn't want to burn candles. If you're camping with children and they're afraid in the dark, you can light one of these in your tent. Or in a power outage when maybe you've had a nightlight, you could use one of these as a little bit of comfort that there's still light and everything is okay. Stock up on over-the-counter medicines. Maybe you want fever reducers, muscle relaxers, stomach medicine, diarrhea medicine, cough medicine, cough drops, maybe an extra pair of readers. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree. Look for glasses repair kits. Not only do they have things that can keep your glasses repaired, but they have tiny screwdrivers which are great for all kinds of little repair jobs. Then look for handy items that help you fix things, keep things maintained, and help you just keep your life operational on a day-to-day basis. Maybe you want some duct tape, super glue, zip ties, have some rope, even a clothesline and clothespins. In case the power goes out or you don't have enough money to run your dryer, you can still wash your clothes and hang them up to dry. Get an extra pair of scissors and a sturdy pair of work gloves. This is just an assortment of items that can help make your life easier on a day-to-day basis. They're inexpensive, easy to pick up, and they might be something you want to add to your prepping gear supply. If there's an item that you think is important to the everyday essential survival gear, leave it in the comment below so we can all learn from each other. I hope you'll like my video, share it with someone else you think might enjoy it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.